Mine.
Yeah, there you go. I'm Brad Palmer from Heritage Auctions. Today with me I have Robert Perlman from Collect Space, and we are here today to talk about the Hubble PCU.
This is a tremendous piece. It may just look like just a black box, but this is what has been called the heart of Hubble. Hubble Space Telescope is probably the world's most famous science instrument. It was a solar-powered telescope.
Right.
It has solar arrays. Those arrays fed their electricity into this box, and then this box ported all of that electricity out to each of the instruments. So essentially it was the heart. It was where all the power for Hubble came from. It was in there from the point we launched it in 1990
Right.
to the point in 2002 when they discovered that it had its own flaw. It was developing its own flaw. And in order to make sure the Hubble stayed alive, they replaced it in 2002 on a Hubble servicing mission. And even that was full of drama in the sense that the telescope had never been fully shut down.
Right. And this was SDS-109, correct?
It was.
Okay.
They needed to power down all the instruments before they could remove this piece. They didn't want it to be off for too long because when you turn off power in space, that means the instruments get cold. Get too cold, they're not going to turn back on. They had this very set timeline on how they had to turn off all the instruments in order, then remove this, then put in the new one, and power everything back up and get it done in a certain amount of time. And as they were going through the power down of the instruments, John Grunsfeld's suit started to malfunction.
Pretty inopportune time.
And then they had to call down to Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt and say, stop, turn it around, turn back on the instruments, and we're going to troubleshoot this spacesuit. And they troubleshooted, and so as Johnson Space Center in Houston was troubleshooting the spacesuit issue, Goddard was reversing all the work they were doing, and then they fixed the spacesuit, they reconfigured a backup spacesuit, put that onto John, restarted the power down process again, and then he went out and was able to successfully remove this instrument. And to see it here on Earth, the fact that it was, the way that it was released, the fact that it came out of NASA as surplus is kind of amazing.